turn 4 mills, but made it a budget deck for you. There's only 3 mythic cards and 0 rare cards in this deck build I built. So we've got a pretty good brew here that I'd like you to check out. 3 mythics, 0 rares, mill your opponent as soon as turn 4. You can watch the deck tech where I explain how the deck works as well. I got some gameplay here which you're bound to love. Thanks for dropping by. Check it out. Welcome to my channel, MTG Badphish here. We're running a budget deck here. We're running a budget turn 4 mill deck, or a mill deck that can on cue mill the entire opponent's graveyard, where you take over and loop a mill process with them. It's not a true full 1000% budget because we do have to spend, in this case I have 2 or 3 of one card, which is a mythic card. So Altar of Dementia is the trick here, that we do have to have that. But we are playing no rares. The cool thing about this deck is if you have any rares that are unlocked, and I'll mention that in my post. If you watch the whole video, you'll see in my post thing where I talk about how you can improve this deck. Having a sweeper is a big thing. So if you have any rares, get Meathook Massacre. If you've already got it unlocked, put that in there. I'll tell you where to put it. So here's how it works, guys. We have 4 Putrid Goblins. This has persist. It's a 2/2. It's important. Thran Vigil. We have 4 of these. So this is a common. These are uncommon. Whenever 1 or more artifacts or creature cards leave the graveyard during your turn, put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. So this works with this. We sacrifice Putrid. He comes back in with a 1/1 on him. So he just basically goes out, in, out, in. How we sacrifice him is with Altar of Dementia. This is the mythic we need to make this deck work. Sacrifice a creature, target player mills cards equal to the sacrificed creature's power. So you're going to sacrifice Putrid Goblin, pick your opponent, sacrifice Goblin. He comes back in. The Thran is going to put a 1/1 on him. And you're just going to keep doing that over and over. You click this, click the opponent, click, he disappears, come back in, and you rotate that. So you need to just have all 3 of these. There's different ways to play this deck. You could wait till you have all 3 and 6 mana and drop them all at once and just win the game. Insta, done. You got to watch out for them any removal. That might be an instant removal of an enchantment, as well as a removal of your goblin on you. So when he comes back in, if they kill the goblin, when he comes back in, you might miss out on the whole process. So you can wait till you have all of them, or, which I misplay, you guys will see in here, I misclick once where we would have had a turn 4 win with it. You drop any of these on turn 2, turn 3, you drop the next one, turn 4, you drop the other one, and you've activated your mill. So how do we stay alive? Well, we are using, oh wait, let's put him over here. This is also, we have a Shard Maze Rescue. That's to try to keep him alive if our opponent tries to remove him. So we have that in hand, that helps. So we are using 3 planners. This is enchant, artifact, creature, or planeswalker. They can't attack and or block, and their activated abilities can't be activated. Shuts down their planeswalker as well as any creatures that have an activated ability. We've got 2 destroy target artifact or enchantment, and we gain 3 life. We're running 2 sheltered by ghosts. We're running 2 anoint the with affliction to get exile their small mana cost creatures out of the game. We're running 4 bitter triumphs to remove planeswalkers and creatures. We are running 3 minimus containment. This enchant non-land permanent. It turns it into a treasure token. And we're running 2 trapped in the screen. You could mix these up any way you like. This is the way I like it. It gives me a little bit of a flavor of everything. And we're running our only sweeper is -2, which exiles everything. Gives everything -2 and they're exiled. That's to get rid of the tokens, any token deck or anything that's kind of going wide with us early. This is what I would replace Meathook Massacre if you have the rares, or if you have Meathook Massacre unlocked. I'd definitely put it over this. And then we're only running 1 creature, the skeleton. The reason why I'm running this one is I can keep bringing it back, bringing it back, bringing it back. I have Shelter by Ghost to keep him safe with Ward, and they use him to take something away from them. But mostly he's just a blocker and to pick at our opponent. Lands is rough because it is a deck that is budget. So I had to take all of our dual lands out that don't come in that come in untapped. So that part kind of hurts. It slows us down, but still we could do this in 4 turns. And you'll see a couple matches that are, 5 or 6 turn mill. It's still pretty quick deck. So we're running 4 Gate to the Citadels. This is important because it lets us seek a non-land card. This helps us for our mid game if we're trying to find that last piece of the puzzle here. We need that last piece of the puzzle. This helps us find it. 3 plains, 9 swamps. We only have 1 dual land, and then we're running 4 dual lands, and then we're running 6. Man, I'm still sick and foggy. 6 dual lands, and I have 2 demolition fields. Testing this deck out, I was getting killed by Myrixes and just the Fountain Port making fish, just because we don't have a lot of options. So we can't let a board go wide on us. So that's in there now just to control their land cards. So there it is, guys. Budget. There is 3 mythic. You could drop this down to 2. You could drop it down to 2, and if you have anything unlocked that lets you look in your library to find a enchantment or to find an artifact, you don't need 3 of these. You can make it even, drop this down to 2. So you can mix and match depending on what you've unlocked if you're trying to keep your costs super low. But if you've got the mythics, you like playing a mill deck, you like playing a janky deck that basically just has a quirky looping way to win, and you win on cue. Once you have all 3 down, everything's activated and away you go. Hit me up with a like, subscribe if you like what you see. Throw a comment in if you do or don't like what you see. I like to hear from you either way. Enjoy the gameplay. You're going to see me play a bunch of games, win or lose. I'm just playing them through, so I'm not going to cut this one. So the video you might just have to skip ahead to get to the next match because I'm just letting this play. The reason is I just want to show you in its true playthrough of how this deck holds up today. Thanks for dropping by. MTG Badphish here. And peace out, my brother. 2 of them in our opening hand. And a way to keep our goblin alive. Another one of these polywogs. Another polywog. This guy loves polywogs. Isn't a polywog like a frog? Looks like a lizard frog. Okay, come on, guys. Thank you. You click on him, you sacrifice him, hit submit. He goes away, comes back, put the counter on him. He mills, sacrifice, put it on him, click on him, submit one, counter on him. It's a little bit of a process. You get the flow once you get going here. I was talking it through, but now I'm going to be quiet and just do it. It's faster when I just do it. Maybe not as fast because I went the wrong way. And he quit. That's a mill, guys. That would mill him out. So that process again. You're sacrificing. The great thing is this, the Altar of Dementia, it doesn't cost any mana to sacrifice. You're sacrificing him. He comes back in. You just click on the mill to him. We've already milled 9. It is a bit of a process to click through. But that was quick. That was what, turn... Was that turn 5 or turn 6? I also like how it can hit any time. So if you're trying to stay alive... I have a little holder for my Game & Watch, Nintendo, and the dude with the ball. And I got my little holder, and it's got a nickel stuck to it. Here's a nickel, because it's a magnetic holder. Game & Watch, folks. Boom. All right. Got sidetracked. I was gonna say that was a quick mill, right? 5, I think turn 5. I'll have to count them after to see how many turns it took. The thing I like about this deck is if you could stay alive, it's also an insta win at some point in the game. So if you're in a bit of a battle and you're just holding on, controlling the board, you're just waiting for the third piece sometimes to hit. When you hit the third piece, it's over. It's just control until we get him. We got 1, and we got the protection for him, so we got to make sure we have 3 mana when that time comes. Playing all my tap lands now. Hoping in the next turn or 2 I grab the second piece, and I didn't. So we need to get the second piece before he gets his, is he goblins? Yeah, before he gets his goblins up and running. It's weird that he's on turn 3 and only played 1. This helps us on this one. Why is he not playing anything? He must... I wonder if he has like all face spells. It is what it is, you know what I'm saying? Still haven't hit our vigil. Alright, well this one's not as quick as the last one. And I don't know why he hasn't played anything. Finally. We got a lot of land, folks. We just wait. We got 1. With this type of deck, we're going to put all 3 at once. We're very close to. Because we have the mana to put all 3 and keep him alive with hexproof if we need to. I don't know what he's doing, though. Weird. Sorry. I had to check something. We could seek now, actually. Okay, we got the same one we already had. One more seek. One more seek. Why is he not playing anything? So get rid of this guy. We'll pay 3 life and get rid of him. Then we're going to board wipe these little guys. It's 3 damage to me here, I think. Because that's a sorcery. 2 damage. Alright, well. He did not like our control of our mill deck. He didn't even know it was a mill deck. Alright folks, just trying to power off my Nintendo Switch so it's actually powered off. Power off, so it doesn't go dead. Can't play Hogwarts if it's on. We got 1 piece again. There we go. All of our dreams are about to come true. Samwise. There's some kind of a combo with him right now too out there. There's something he's good at I was looking into and I can't remember what it was. Two shelter by ghost with our skeletons kind of cool to have. Gives us some nice life link. 2/2 life link. And a 3/2 life link. Gandalf. He must be just playing the straight up Lord of the Rings deck. That's cool. So we'll gain some life back. Right now we're just doing our control piece. We only got 1 piece of our puzzle. That backfired. Now he's got ward 4. So he didn't notice the ward. He didn't notice the ward 2. I wonder if he'll now think ward 2 and not realize he's got ward 4. Let's see. We're just straight up. Well, we did get a mill win, but lately we're just straight up winning on just what our game is. So I'm safe to put this now because he'll get rid of this before he'd get rid of that. We're also gaining good life here. See what I mean? I don't... is that a food token? Yeah. He does. See what I mean? I told ya. He quit out of embarrassment. Did I not call that when I said he missed the word 2 on the first attempt? And on that second attempt, did I not call that he's going to remember Ward 2, but he won't pay attention to realize that is now Ward 2 times 2? Did I not call that? I did. I'm quite proud of myself, can you tell? All right, let's go again, folks. Look at this, guys, gals, children of all ages. We've got a malfunction at the junction. This is it. Will it work, or are we going to lose all of our stuff? Here's the question. Do we hold on and gather up the mana to play all three at the same time, or do we drop them on turn 2, turn 3, and then turn 1, 2? Do we try to hit our turn 4? It's playing white. Do we go for it, guys, or do we hold tight? Her channel's really good. No, okay, we're going to go artifact first. I don't know why I did, because I should have went with the enchantment. I have 2 of them. So that's turn 2. Ouch. Turn 3. And he's tapped out. Folks, turn 4. Turn 4 mill. There it is. I think we had a turn 5 mill. Oh no, wait.
Oh, unreal. Unreal.
Guess I should have read the card. Got greedy. If I would have read the card, any of the cards that were on the board, I probably would have just killed that guy. How does he get 4 attacks? Double strike twice. I got greedy, folks. We lost that one because of greed. We had it. That was the game. That was our turn 4 mill. I got greedy. I tried to push the turn 4 mill. It's my fault. Ah! My bad. So that's the game. Like, that's the thing is you can hit it, right? But the question is, do you go full for speed of it, or do you just hold tight and mill them whenever you want? Because we could have just taken our time. He's got Ward 2 at least. We got a skeleton with a shelter by ghosts as well, and we've got a planner. There we go. Too much control from our budget deck. That last game, I'm still on a tilt for that. Oh, we got too greedy. I should have read. I didn't read any of the cards. I don't even know now what he played. All I know is he took too many attacks. That was a turn 4 demo there. I didn't lie about it being a malfunction at the junction, though, did I? We're going to mulligan once. We got one piece, so we're going to keep this one. We're going to get rid of one of our skeletons. Okay, we're going to stop talking about me getting greedy. They're not reading any of the cards. Let's pay more attention. This is a match we might just bail on, folks, because I don't think we can keep up with poison. We'll see. Maybe it's not full poison. We just need to get, if we get one of our pieces of the puzzle soon. It keeps putting me on this battlefield. There we go, 2 pieces now, folks. So if we draw we need a land. How many of these am I going to see today? There's the land. We're going to put him down now. Now we have to block everything with all of our life. And now we're just hoping to hit the artifact, and that's the thing we don't have the most of because we're budget. We only have, I think, 2, maybe 3 in our deck. 2 mythic, or 3? 3, I think I have 3 in there right now. So we are going to take 3 life on that guy. And we're still just going to sit back. We're just waiting for one piece now. Now it's just patience. I hope he doesn't kill our goblin. That hurts. Trample, right? Yeah. We just wait. We take 4 poison counters here. Maybe more if he has a spell. Take his trample. Block with a skeleton. Block with both skeletons. He should have attacked with the 2 insects too. I think we lose here. Yep. Alright, we lost that one. Lost a couple here, but we've also won a few, which is nice to see. The deck isn't that... Again, the budget piece kind of kills us. Did hit a turn 5 mil. Had the turn 4 mil. Can do another one. Two of the pieces of the puzzle are in our hand. I am not going to say, guys, it's a malfunction at the junction. I just did. Oh. Alright, here we go. We're going to drop our Dementia first. All 3 pieces are... Oh! Do you guys see what I just did? I clicked on the wrong thing. That was supposed to be Dementia. And then next turn we would have had Thran down, and then we would have had Goblin. I misclicked. So that's turn 2. Okay, turn 3. That gives me enough mana, I'm good. Now if I draw a land here, an untapped land, we just win. Just need an untapped land here. Untapped land, please. Nope. So we have to go one more turn. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we're okay. No lands, eh? What's that, turn 5 or 6? Turn 6, I think. That's the mill, guys. And that's what I mean by you can hit it any time. You just got to stay alive. So our next turn we're dead, no matter what, but we hit our mill. We did this with only 3 lands, folks. We would have had this a turn earlier if we drew a land. And we also would have had it a turn earlier if I didn't misclick on turn 2. Turn 2, if I would have played the Dementia, we would have had this on turn 4. So, that was my fault for not playing the right order. But, not bad for a budget deck, you think? No rares. If you guys add rares to this, all you gotta do is add a couple sweepers. I use Meat Hook. You could put Deadly Cover Up. You need a couple, if you have a couple sweepers in here, the deck is amazing. Plus, you could use anything white as well if you go into your rare piece. So adding a couple of rares, this deck fat. Oh, another thing. If you have any lands that you've unlocked in your packs that are not coming in as tapped lands, those are also rares. I had to take them all out. This deck works way faster if you can just come in untapped as well. And the other ones I took out where I had to take out the mythics and rares is I took out my tutors. So I did have a couple seek cards that I could actually just go find what I needed. So that's the other part that was missing. 13 left. There it is. So there you go, guys. Another mill. I think that was turn 5. Maybe 6. Turn 5. It should have been turn 4. But yeah, that's a wrap. One sec here. It is a wrap. Yeah, that's a wrap. So like I said before, if you put a couple rares, just look at what you have. Shoot me a message if you want to know what would be good options to put in there, but a couple sweepers would be really good. I like having Meat Hook Massacre as one, just to wipe the board. Like in that case there, if we would have had a sweeper, if we didn't hit our stuff, we'd be able to sweep the board. Well, we wouldn't because we had no mana. Removing those -2 ones I have and actually putting in like Meat Hook Massacre, something like that, makes a big difference to the deck. And as well, if you have unlocked any cards that allow you to look in your library to find an artifact or an enchantment, that makes it so much faster too, that you can find what you need. But there you go. A couple of mill wins, couple just control wins. Budget deck, I think there's either 2 or 3 mythic cards in that library. That's it. You just need to have the dementia, Altar of Dementia there. But thanks for watching. Hook me with a like, subscribe. If there's anything you'd like to see me build, toss it in the comments. I'd be happy to put something together for you or for me. And peace out, my brother.